my name is Brittany Kirkland. I'm with the Department of Animal and Food Science at Oklahoma State University. I'm a graduate student there. And today we're going to talk about halters. So when you first get your horse, it can be a little confusing as to what type of halter that you want. So we're going to discuss different types and the benefits of each type. So first we're going to talk about rope halters. As you can see, this is what Hallie has on right now. And there are different sizes of rope halters as well as different makes. So as you can see, the one that she has on has a little bit of a wrap around the noseband, whereas these two do not have that. You can see it here. This one has a double piece of rope around the noseband, and this one has a twisted one with a couple of little knots. So the reason for this is to apply different pressure to the horse's nose, so the knots on the halter can put pressure and get their horse's attention a little bit more, as well as the diameter of the halter. So this purple one is a little bit thinner, and so this is going to be a little bit harsher than the thicker rope. So one of the pros to having a rope halter is that it can fit all sizes of horses. It's completely adjustable, and you can, if you have a horse with a smaller head or a larger head, you can do that. That being said, a lot of people don't like the way that you have to put on a rope halter. It can be a little confusing. So the way in which you tie it around the horse's head, it can be a little loose or confusing for people. Another benefit to a rope halter is when you're training horses. So this is a favorite for a lot of trainers because you can get the horse's attention a little bit better than that with the web halters. However, it doesn't apply pressure quite as evenly as a web halter might. Another halter type that you have are web halters. This is an example of a web halter. They come in nylon and in leather. So it's dependent upon really the industry as to whether you're going to use the leather or the nylon. The nylon comes in lots of fun colors, and also these come in different sizes. So it's really important when you're buying these to look at the tags, which are found typically just along the earpiece. You can figure out what size they are. Typically they have the weight of your horse, and that can determine whether you need a large, medium. They come in foaling, so this one's a small foal halter. This is a yearling halter, so it's a little bit bigger. And then you also have your adult size for the horses. So there are some benefits to web halters as well. These halters allow for pressure to be applied more evenly to the horse's face. Additionally, there are pieces on the side that allow you to snap cross ties to either side of the horse's face, as well as a piece at the bottom to snap a lead rope. So with your rope halters, typically you only have a piece at the bottom to attach a lead rope, whereas here you can snap on the sides as well. If something on the halter breaks, you can get a replacement piece, especially with your leather halters. You can take it in and have someone make you just an individual piece, so that way you can get it fixed, whereas the rope halters, that isn't the case. One thing you should be cautious about with nylon halters are the holes that you have along this piece. So these can become frayed, and if they become too frayed, they can cause a dangerous situation to occur, and your horse might be able to break that halter. Another thing to consider when you're trying to determine if you want a rope halter or a web halter is which industry you're in. So rope halters are a little bit more accepted in the Western industry, where your English industries typically have nylon or web halters in different colors, and also your thoroughbred industries typically have these, and leather halters. Next, we're going to talk about proper fit of a halter. So I'm going to show you a few web halters on this mare. So you would undo the buckle and then place the noseband around her nose, come around and buckle it. A couple of things that you want to be paying attention to is how tight the halter fits around her nose, as well as behind her throat latch. You don't want this too tight. So this halter would be a pretty good fit for this mare. You could take it up just a little bit, but as a whole, it fits her pretty nice. So now I'm going to show you some incorrect fits. So this is a yearling halter, so this is going to be too tight on her, both around the noseband, and even if I could get this attached, it would be tight under the throat latch, and this piece needs to also be longer for her. Similarly, this foal halter really even go over her nose. So that's why you need to really pay attention to the size of the halter when you're purchasing a nylon halter or a web halter for your horse. So now we're going to talk about proper fit of a rope halter. So rope halters do come in a couple of sizes, so that's important as well. Specifically, they have yearling halters that are rope halters, so make sure that you don't get that one. But the majority of them are for adult horses and are adjustable based off of the horse's head size. So for this, you are going to look for the noseband, and the noseband is going to go over her nose, and this will come up and over. What's important with a rope halter is that you tie it correctly and that it's not too loose. So I don't want to tie this so that the noseband might fall off of her nose. How you do that is when you put this on her, you're going to take this piece and pull it up behind her throat latch, and then pull this up so that that piece sits right here behind her jaw. Once you have the halter in the correct place, you're going to take the two pieces and put it through this loop. You're going to go towards her eye with the tail. You're going to go around, and you're going to come back and tie it over top of this loop. And it's going to come through just like that, so that the tail is facing away from her eye so it doesn't poke her in the eye, and also so this loop is over top of the rope piece that is made there. So that way, if she did pull back when she was tied with this, it wouldn't tighten.